Well, it's probably not the best day to drive to the Lego store. It is snowing like crazy. You know what? We made it, and the roads actually weren't too bad. It's the next day that you gotta worry about. You don't gotta worry about like all the snow on the road. That's easy. It's when they go through, plow it, it gets packed down and turns into ice. Then it gets a little bit scary. But that was actually a really good drive. So we made it to the Lego store. We made it just in time for this too. Look at that. There's an arm wrestling tournament going down on the WEM stage right by the store. First off, check it out. They built a giant cat for the front window and it's wearing a Santa hat. Sort of like the tuxedo cat. And it's got a bunch of Lego bricks that it's playing with, and those are all built as well. I think that's pretty clever. And then in conjunction with that, they've got the tuxedo cat in this display case, and they also built it a Santa hat. So at first glance, everything that we saw on sale the other night is on sale here. So for example, the Eldorado Fortress on for $224 from $280. The NASA Space Shuttle Discovery on for $216. The messaging board on for $104. NES regular $350, $280. Ghostbusters Ecto 1 regular $300, $240. I think the A-frame cabin is slated to retire relatively soon, maybe mid next year, don't mark my words on that, but it's on for a discount as well at $192, and then there is the larger R2-D2 as well. And then of course, in addition to all those discounts, there's also 2 gift with purchases, so you get this when you spend $220, and that's the holiday train, and you also get this really cool record player when you spend $325. Then we have the Villains Icons. I personally love the set because the minifigures that you get in it, that's also 20% off at $136. I like just like all the Easter eggs and all the print pieces as well. It's just a great Disney set, one of the best in my opinion. Sets that went pretty quickly were the AT-AT Walker. This one I think was 20% off, but it actually wasn't marked that on the shelf. And then also the Ninjago City Gardens. There's a few of them out here and they got snapped up quickly. They also have the Shin Hati Starfighter on sale, so I think that's different than online. Also Emperor's Throne Room, so like Emperor Palpatine's Throne Room. The Endor Speeder Chase. Up here, the Ghost is still on sale from the last time I was here, and also the Princess Leia helmet. Agrabah is $15 off. That's 30%, plus double points. It's not bad. I feel like if it came with a minifigure like an Aladdin or a Jasmine or something, it would be like a hype set, but epic fail. There's also this right here, which is the Arctic Explore Truck and Mobile Lab. Comes with 3 polar bears. 20% off. Then there's this cottage, also the Heart Lake City bus, and this little Super Mario set. The pad wall, you know, it's pretty standard, it's pretty stacked. Got the leaves, Palisade bricks, 1x1 sand blue tiles. Actually, those are excellent. I maybe should get more of those, but I don't know how I'm going to tile off the amusement park this year. I did use a lot of those like in the last layout, but I don't know if I'll need any more. I have a lot of them. I have like a drawer full or a freezer bag full. There's also the Palisade bricks in dark gray. White bricks as well, which is always good to have, just like your standard stock elements, along with like 2x2 bricks in dark bluish gray. Could you ask for a better color? I don't think so personally. We got green. Okay, well maybe green would be a better color. Green 2x4 bricks there as well. And then some of the glass panels, fence elements, curved ones as well. So all sorts of stuff here. These, which I loaded up for the deep sea area, and then I proceeded to buy 16x16 dark tan plates. So I don't know how well those are gonna pair up, but I'm sure I'll figure out what to do with those. I've been loading up on these just because I use them for the mills work, like for the stuff that's not 1 brick high. Sometimes you want to just lift up your mills plate 1 plate, and those are great. But yeah, tons of stuff here, that's for sure. As always, stacked. Am I gonna get anything? I don't know. You know what? I got a Starbucks coffee. I ordered it when I was in line like 15 minutes ago. I completely forgot about it. I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so I had a headache coming on. Dependent on it. It's not good. Not good, everybody. I don't know if I'll ever be able to change that, to be serious. There are worse things to be dependent on, I guess. I think that Ninjago City Gardens would be a really good pickup. Double points, both promotions, 20% off. They've always done so well. Ninjago City Docks, Ninjago City. Now there's the markets, there's the gardens. Great lineup. There we go. The Lego Disney Advent Calendar. If they had the city one on discount, I would probably get that one, just because there were so many ugly Christmas sweater minifigures in there. But the Marvel one is, the Harry Potter one, the Disney, the Friends, all of them except for the city one. I don't even see the city one here. I think it was like cheaper than all of them anyway. Like it was $40 to begin with. So if that was 20 bucks or 20% off, sorry, $20 off would be stellar. If it was 20% off, I'd for sure grab a couple of those just to grab the minifigures out of them and use the rest for parts. If I won 1 million insiders points, I would spend them all on parts. That would be epic. What is that? Is that 10 grand? Yeah, I think it's 10 grand. It's not 100 grand, is it? I can't do math right now. I'm sorry. But it is double points. So for every $10 that you spend, you get $1 back. 10%. So every $100 that you spend, you get $10 back. Oh yeah! If you get the Ninjago set, you'll also get this GWP as well. So you would get 3 of them. No wonder why they're flying. All right, load number 1 done. Do I go back for load number 2? I don't know. However, I am going back into the mall. I feel bad though. I was putting that in my trunk and this guy was like, hey, are you leaving? No, sorry, nobody wants to park on the top because it's snowing out, right? Your car's gonna be covered in snow and ice, whereas the early bird gets the worm, gets the covered parking, right? Gotta do that in the winter for sure. I definitely saw lots of big reusable bags leaving that store. Like there was a lot of AT-AT walkers walking out of there, that's for sure. Lego always coming up with different ways to encourage people to buy stuff. Awesome sets, discounts, GWPs, and all that good stuff, right? Wow, so I'm contemplating going back because there's something that I need for the Lego City, and it seems like I always need more of them. And right now it's, you know, a pretty good time to load up. And that is base plates. Need a lot of them. Like we need to load up on base plates for the subway specifically. Would this be the time to do that? Maybe. I'm gonna walk through the mall and think about it. I also need to do some Christmas shopping for Jose, and I really don't think she's gonna let me get her anything from the Lego store. I think it's gotta be from a different store. So I guess I'm gonna walk around and try and gather ideas for that too. I'm so proud of myself. For the first time ever, I finished my Christmas shopping for Jose before the month of December. Normally I'm going out on like, you know, December 20th, 21st, 22nd, sometimes even the 24th, which would be Christmas Eve. So this year is something different, isn't it? Wow. I can't believe I'm doing this again. I'm back at the Apple store. I'm checking out the new M4 MacBooks. They look insane, like video rendering beasts. The PC at the studio, it rips through videos. Like it is amazing. My laptop, it sort of struggles. My PC at home, once you hit render on any video, it's hard to do much anything else. The keyboard like starts shutting down and stuff. I was thinking to myself, I've had that computer since like 2020. So I've had it for 4 years. It's probably edited, uploaded, rendered over 1,000 videos. Like I've got my money's worth out of it for sure. So I probably have to upgrade the computer at home. I know I just got a new computer for the studio not too long ago, but I need computers in both places. And I think that one's ready to move on. So I'm thinking about a MacBook Pro. I can't believe it, everybody. It's still snowing outside. I'm gonna have to shovel for the 3rd time when I get home. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the MacBook Dilemma right now. I think I am gonna get one, but I'm having trouble deciding which one I wanna get. There's the 14 or the 16-inch display. I'm probably gonna get 16-inch because I'll be editing on it, and I think a bigger display is important. There's also the MacBook Pro 16-inch with 24 gigabytes of unified memory, or 48, so I can't decide which one I wanna get there. And then there's the storage thing too. The standard one comes with a 512 gigabyte hard drive, which would probably suffice because I don't really keep a lot of my video files. I pretty much delete it, and that thing is going to be just for video editing. So I just erase all my video files anyway. So 512 would probably be all right. And if I run out of space, I can always just use an external hard drive or transfer it to one of my other computers. Or do I get the the terabyte hard drive? And then there's also the nano texture display. And the thing is about the Apple Store is they only have the standard base models in there. They only have the M4 Pros with 24 or 48 gigabytes of unified memory with the 512 hard drive. So I don't know if I should special order one with a terabyte hard drive with the nano texturing and the 48 gigabytes of RAM and wait 2 weeks to get it, or if I should just go buy one of the base models. Obviously, the best thing to do would be to get the M4 Pro, 48 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte hard drive with the nano texture screen or display, but that ramps up the cost a lot and it's not available for 2 weeks. And then also there's the accessories. I need to get USB-C to USB-C cables, or like the, what are they called, Lightning 5 cables or something like that, because there's not actually USB ports on the computer. It's not like your standard USB. Either that or I've got to get the Apple converters, or just a converter that goes USB to whatever, you know what I mean. Like, it's just like these weird little USB-C inputs. It's not like your standard USB. So it's sort of strange. And then I need to decide what kind of mouse I want to get. Do I get the Magic Mouse that connects wirelessly to that computer, or do I get something else? So there's so many things that I've got to factor in, and I just don't know what to do based on timelines of getting it, cost of getting it, accessories that are going to be compatible with my devices, and actually increase efficiency and workflow. I really need to decide what to do, because I sort of want to get one because I need to upgrade my computer at home. It just completely shuts down when I'm rendering. I can't even make a thumbnail on Photoshop when it's rendering, and it's like, well, like, if I can't multitask, that's inefficient. So I definitely need a new rig at this point for home and for on the go. For when I'm in Billund or when I'm in Chicago or when I'm on the go anywhere, I need a laptop that can actually handle editing high resolution videos and multitasking. And I think these M4s, like, they are like the creme de la creme. Like, there's no beating them. It dominates the market right now, which is just crazy, especially for video editing. Maybe not for gaming, but for video editing, it dominates. So you can probably tell that I'm not going to go back to the Lego store because I overstayed my welcome at the mall there, getting all the Christmas shopping done, looking at MacBooks, and buying an awesome Lego set. But I do have a couple other stops that I need to make. It's snowing out, and I've got something super special in mind for the kids. I wish I had a dash cam so I could show you the actual roads, but yeah, they're not much different than this parking lot right here, bringing in the holiday spirit in a big way. Just snow-covered roads. Like, it must be at about, I don't know, 8-9 inches. Probably going to get like a foot, maybe 1.5 feet by the end of it, I would say. Woo! Bring it in December. Bring it in like Black Friday, the end of November, I guess. As I was mentioning, we got to get the kids something epic. Maybe one of these sleds. I don't think it needs to be that aggressive. Maybe these little tiny ones right here. This little plastic one. Eventually they'll get upgraded to like a GT or something when they're bigger. Or a snowboard. You got like the double ones down here. Or this one's got Spider-Man on it. I think that's designed for somebody a little bit older. Look at these ones though, $60 for that one. This one looks fun. They could actually sit in it. Oh, that would be nice actually for $30. There's a ton of different options, that's for sure. Feel like Canadian Tire's loaded up here on sleds. This might be a good one too. For $18.99. Oh, so many choices. What do I do? Eventually it'll be snowboard time. With a top shelf product up there, the GT Racers. There you go. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna bring the kids sledding tonight.
No! Uh-oh.
Oh! Oh!
No.
Oh! Oh, now I've got two care though. All that shoveling, gonna have to go out there again. And all that sledding. That was a lot of fun though. Wow, kids had a blast. It's funny putting them in their snow pants and boots and snow coats and bits and all that different stuff. It takes forever, but it was definitely worth it. They had an absolute blast out there, and so did we. So what did I get? Well, look at this. It is the craft set. Sort of interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Give it to Mrs. Bricksie. Maybe her and the kids can have fun with it one day. There you go. And then there's also the record player, the holiday train, as you know. And what is this? I'm going to leave it sealed, but this is Ninjago City Gardens. Thought that was a good deal. 20% off, 3 gifts, and double points. Wow. Look at this. We've got the little Super Mario mushroom and this little bomb. And we've started building Mario. So that should be an interesting one. I don't know if I'm going to build that tomorrow, which is Sunday, or continue working on it this evening. But that's definitely going to be one of the next builds that I'll be working on. That giant Super Mario from Bricker Builds. I just couldn't resist getting that set. I thought that was a phenomenal deal. Kids are wearing their awesome suits. Not tired from being outside at all. But they're watching some Christmas goodness here. Playing with their Play-Doh, getting ready to eat dinner. Eyes, those are your eyes. And I'm just gonna hang out for the rest of the night. So everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed this little shopping vlog. We got a little bit distracted there by Apple computers and Christmas shopping and all that good stuff. But hey, some good deals, and I'm excited about the Black Friday deals. Hopefully there's some smaller stuff with bigger discounts. Sure, 20% is good, but 30% is even better. And maybe if there's like smaller sets, like brickheads or things that are about to retire or like marked as end of life, that would be pretty cool. And there usually is. Usually it's something you got to keep an eye out for on Black Friday. Because it's like the end of the year and a lot of stuff retires at the end of the year, making room on the shelves and in the factories and on their website for all of the new 2025 products that are going to be released in January. It's going to be insane. So I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. Make sure you stay tuned, and Tico and I say farewell. Bye-bye. Can you guys say bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.